what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Divinity Original Sin. This is the 31st episode of this. Alright, so I didn't go directly back to the exact same point that I was in when I left, initially left the forest. Instead, we are... Super God! Hello, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, so we're not in the exact same spot that we were in. However, when I looked at the map, we're not that entirely far away from Silver Glen, and I think we really should go there and establish some contacts, because I definitely need to find new shops and stuff, especially anywhere who's selling resurrect scrolls, because as we've seen, I've been going through them like water lately. So we're going to head towards that.
In the name of the goddess, halt! Whoop. Who goes there?
A source hunter. Should I lie?
In that case, you can rest easy, hunter. There is no source to be found here. Only the glory of Immaculate.
Ah, yeah, we don't like you very much. So what is this place?
Why, it's Silver Glen, of course. Once the abode of miners, now the abode of the faithful.
Aha.
We have traded the search for silver for the pursuit of divinity. I'm sure this sounds strange in what are strangers' ears, but you must know that but a short while ago a frightful sickness felled us by the dozen, until she who speaks for the goddess brought us a cure.
That would be the conduit.
She showed us how we may overcome the frailty and even the decrepitude of our mortal bodies. That is why we now live a life of devoutness and civility, so that we may become immaculate.
It's a quick apology if you guys hear a hum in the background. I had to turn my air conditioner on, because started getting really, really warm in my room.
But I suggest you talk to Father Loic if you want to learn more about the ways of the goddess. Be welcome, therefore, to Silver Glen. Blessed be all immaculates.
Okay. You got anything to trade? No. Alright, well.
I wouldn't trust these sentries to guard a pig pen. Keep alert, comrades. There's something fishy about this place.
I agree. So, what, Jehan? Are you going to start complaining?
Seem to be a friendly enough bunch.
See, the degenerates here claim they have been cleansed. But I can still smell the stink of persisting putrescence wafting from their grimy flesh. Silver Glen. This place sickens me.
I see no evidence of sickness about me. Why take it to heart so?
As you know, I once carried the burden of disease upon emaciated shoulders. Perhaps I had better explain in greater detail.
Yeah, I guess you should. So how about tell us more of your history, Jehan?
By all means, if you're in the mood for such a dark tale.
Start at the beginning.
Once upon a time, I was a king in a land of beauty to the east. A land of tigers and slender towers, of deserts and forests, of sun and all the world's wealth. I was a young king, handsome and all-powerful. Every nobleman would have killed his own brother if I promised to take his daughter's hand.
We heard all this already.
But I refused their incessant implorations. I knew my life as a sovereign would be self-indulgent.
Yeah. I heard this before.
Day, a young woman visited my kingdom. She was a poetess and a storyteller. People flocked to her, listened to her every word as if receiving mantras from the divines.
Tell me about how you managed to cure yourself from the malady.
It went like this, Hunter. If a ghoul I had become, so a dark turn of thought convinced me. A ghoul's methods I should employ to escape the labyrinthian crypt of corporeal corruption. A necromancer I'd be. Yes, only from deep within the deliriums of death would I tunnel my way back into the gardens of life.
I swear I heard this
I
too.
did unspeakable things in the dusky dungeons that twist like forgotten veins to long-deceased organs far beneath my castle's sunlit halls. Halls which held my throne and held the bed upon which Heraka slept, her very touch blessing the satin she reposed upon. Still there came no relief. Perversions I created in scores, but they were mere undead all. Creatures so piteous that the thought of cheating death in their guise frightened me more than the swing of the scythe itself. Like mosquitoes in the night, panic and despair beset me until I turned to that darkest of all arts,
So you, of
demonology.
all people, turned to demonology?
It had to be. There was no other way. I could feel the life slipping out of me like love out of a betrayed spouse's heart. So I studied tomes so old the dust that fell from their centuries' unperused pages never knew the light of the stars that now shine. I drew forbidden symbols. I spoke unhallowed words, and from the smoke that rose like a dragon's last breath, a demon appeared to me and said, "Ask, O blighted king, and you shall have." "Just tell me," I cried. "Tell me what ails me."
You asked a demon what ailed you, so what was its answer?
Heraka. How I miss her still. Miss the brilliance of her mind that was both as sparkling and as unbreakable as the diamonds that adorned her body.
I hit the wrong button.
Oh, and how I miss her body. And yet, true happiness. Heraka. Never had I known a single word can cut deeper than the sharpest of daggers.
She's what ailed
With
you?
maddening glee, the demon told me she was one of his kin. A soul-swallowing horror that had been feeding on both my body and my spirit like a leech. An ancient being was she, that moved from king to king throughout the ages, filling their hearts with love, then draining them of life.
Ah. Damn. So in other words, she was a succubus.
After such revelations, does one truly desire to live on? Death seemed like a mother then, welcoming me with her all will be well embrace. Yet still I feared exceedingly her seemingly sweet caress, and the oblivion that would follow. Release me from her, demon, and give me back the strength of a sick, free existence. So went my desperate plea. It smiled, of course it did. Smiled bare 100 razors as its eyes came alight with infernal fire. 1,000 years I will give you, it whispered. But then your soul shall be mine to incarcerate in the depths of hellish nemesis. As for your throne, that I'll have now. What say you, O brittle king? Do you accept my terms?
Damn. So, tell me, Jehan, did you accept the demon's terms?
I think you know the answer to that question, Hunter. But I've said enough for now. These memories are painful to recollect. So let us turn to the rest of them later.
Okay.
And so let the hunt continue.
Well, so that's crazy. He made a deal with a demon to live for 1,000 years. So that would be why he hates demons. Alright?
Well, well, well. So our very own demon hunter once dabbled in the so-called darkest of arts himself.
Demon hunter and imposter, more like. All his talk of demons has been nothing but double-faced falsity. Now I don't believe that. A man so utterly betrayed and dying grasp at any straw. I can hardly blame him.
Neither can I. Clearly his great love was almost the very death of him. She broke his heart in more ways than one, and I too would go to any length to repair it.
So let Bannon lead the rest of the way here.
Let's guide you through the forest. Keep you safe.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. There's a cat.
Psst. Over here, Hunter. It's me, Ahu.
Oh, it's old Arhu. Super Gods is already the 31st episode. Yeah, and honestly, I feel like I barely scratched the surface of this game. Get back here, Arhu.
You've made it into the hamlet of Silverglen, I see. Unnerving spot, don't you find? Leandra has fashioned herself a hero here, but the townsfolk don't seem to know the truth behind the conduit, though they call themselves Immaculates.
Yeah, well, what do you make of these Immaculates?
They're thick as trout, if you ask me, and unnaturally obsessed with ancient teachings. I haven't seen Leandra here myself, but she must have put on quite a show of magical mastery to enthrall a crowd of shaggy miners, to have them hop on the bandwagon of a shadowy religion wholly alien to them.
Which ancient teachings do you mean?
Haven't you heard them whisper of the blood? How their eyes shine, stones, of course, which drenched in blood become bloodstones and are used in healing rituals. Now, I can see how it could be a fantastic thing to nurse a dying human back to health, if all it takes is to sacrifice a toad. But I spy bloodlust in these people's eyes. A bloodlust that goes beyond the usual meaning of the word. They all act like they're following a benign goddess that will lead them to paradise. But I'll be a dappled Dalmatian if any of that is true.
Well, since you've been scouting the place, perhaps you can tell me where I should start looking for shady goings-on.
I've been shadowing the local priest, a man by the name of Loic. I have the feeling he knows more than most in Silverglen, for I followed him in the night when he meets with cloaked strangers, and goblins even. Mangoth, Hyberheim. Of strange things I've heard him whisper. Yes, this priest has shady goings-on written all over that smug, holier-than-thou face of his. But we must start at the beginning, Source Hunter. The White Witch is still at large. If we want to get to the true heart of Leandra's doings, we must start with her sister. And she's far likelier to be in her cabin among the trees than here among Leandra's followers.
Yeah, well, you were already at her cabin, dude, so that's why we're here now. So why are you walking about Silverglen in your cat form?
The advantage of being a puss, my friend, is that one can pussyfoot. A white-haired wizard draws attention, but a cat can move about unnoticed and, indeed, unseen. Not that I'm not extra wary of these bloodsuckers, though. There's a conspicuous absence of pets in this eerie little town.
Okay, bye.
The Immaculate's presence here is highly disconcerting. But we mustn't lose sight of our mission, Source Hunter. The White Witch resides somewhere in the wilds of the surrounding forest, and we must find her.
Okay. Log update. Source Hunter's journey. The cat wizard Arhu advises to infiltrate the Immaculates by becoming one of them. Getting to know the enemy from within seems like a sensible plan. Well, I'm glad that we have these little log entries, because I didn't even catch that that's what we were supposed to be doing. What's in the barrel? Pitchfork. I will sell that to somebody. Thank you. Nothing. Hair. Alright, well. Let's go in as Bannon first. Hello?
Blessed be the goddess and blessed be the conduit.
What's up, weirdos?
Welcome be, O seeking souls, to this holy house of Immaculates.
Who are you?
I am Loic, enlightened one among Immaculates, spokesman for the holy conduit, as she is spokesman for the goddess herself. Hers is the blood.
I'd like to ask you some questions about the Immaculates.
Then it shall be my pleasure to answer them.
Who are the Immaculates?
We are the chosen ones of the goddess. The benedictions of the blood render our bodies and spirits unblemished, for such is her mercy, that we may all become part of the sacred soul. And you too, Seeker, could become one such part.
Yeah? Well, let's discuss my joining.
You find yourself in the goddess's temple. Therefore, it follows she wants you to take the true path. So here, have this hallowed tome. Read it. Absorb the wisdom within. Then find the second part and do with it the same. If an immaculate you want to be, a test of knowledge shall be your first step towards enlightenment.
Okay, so could you tell me more about the conduit?
The conduit, yes. She, the most exalted of all, second only to the goddess. It was she who brought us first her divine words, then her divine will, a will made real in blood. Truly, though, she is quite beyond your concern, O wandering soul. She stands so very high above your humble station.
Uh-huh. So, tell me about the goddess.
The goddess is the light and life of all. Corrupt is the world that generations of men and beasts have left behind. But immaculate it may be once more, cleansed in the blood of the unworthy. The few, the proud, the enlightened, theirs will be her kingdom. When red has run until no red is left, a paradise we will have shapen, and the goddess will dwell among us.
The goddess, and blessed be
the
conduit.
Oh, geez.
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become enlightened.
That thing's expensive. Hey, what's going on, Angry Hulk? Holy crap. You know, I could afford that.
Immaculate, I want to be the goddess. The blood of
Wouldn't be bad having a water-based and a fire-based.
Let me spill blood for thee, O Holy One.
We have a lot of money. I think we can afford it. Let's go for it. Fortunately, I sold anything worth selling. Okay, bye. Okay, first of all, let's equip that. I will swap it out for fire depending on what we come across, kind of threats we encounter. Alright, so the initiation. Loic, the priest of Silverglen, gave us a book and told us that if we study it, we might be able to join the Immaculates. Alright. So let's go find this book.
So that by their blood we may redeem this downtrodden realm. Immaculate it was. Immaculate.
Let me spill blood for thee, O Holy One.
Let me spill blood for thee, O Holy One.
He gave one of us a book. Well, where the hell is it?
Diligently will I read the words of the
Let me
goddess.
spill blood for thee, O Holy One.
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become enlightened.
For its soul is lost.
Give me
Oh,
the
man, there's a
strength,
whole
O
lot of people
goddess,
babbling
to
in here.
become
Better
enlightened.
thyself, and in time thou too wilt become an immaculate.
Alright, so where...
Give me the strength, O goddess, to
Oh,
become
Book of the
enlightened.
Immaculates. First Book of the Immaculates. How many pages are there? Okay. Though the tenebrium made the miners ill,
Diligently will
though the
I
rot
read the
plagued them,
words
they
of
would be
the
saved.
goddess.
The conduit came bearing a shard of starstone and demonstrated that by sacrificing a lesser being, a small duckling, she could turn starstone into bloodstone. This stone was capable of healing any ailment, including the terrible rot. Though some were skeptical that sacrificial magic could be used for good, the conduit explained that transmitting energy from a lesser being to a greater one restores balance in the universe, and that balance is the goddess's ultimate goal. The conduit then encouraged the healed miners to spread her good word and to continue to create bloodstones for the purpose of promoting the greater good of higher beings. Today, we Immaculates continue to promote universal balance and the sacrifice of lesser creatures for the greater good of all.
Of the lost will flow.
Well, you're all batshit crazy, in other words.
Give me the strength, O goddess, to become
The
enlightened.
goddess is the word.
Yeah, so
Through
about
them
it.
shall be my pleasure to answer them.
Discuss my
Do
joining.
you hold it to be true, O Seeker, that you are ready to be tested? A most sacred trio of queries shall I put before thee. But even if thou falterest but a single time, unworthy will thou be deemed of the goddess's love.
Alright. Hold on, guys. I got a message coming in. I got to answer real quick.
Diligently will I read the words of the goddess.
Somebody's asking about being booked on a show.
Diligently will I read the words of the goddess.
Alright, Alright, let's do this.
Blessed be your willing spirit. We commence. Premise the first. In honor of the goddess, that which was stellar must become sanguine. Correct?
Yeah. Correct.
Agreed. That is correct.
Premise the second. The blood of the greater should be used in service of the lesser, so that balance may be achieved. Correct?
False. Should be the other way around.
Yes, that is incorrect.
Premise the third. Only those who have partaken in the spilling of blood and thereby created the stone that lives, the stone soaked with blood, may be called an immaculate. Correct?
Blessed be the goddess, and blessed be the conduit.
Blessed be the goddess, and blessed be the conduit.
Let me spill blood for thee, O Holy One.
I mean, it seems like it because it's all these people are talking about is they all want to spill blood and so I'd say correct.
Agreed. That is correct.
Most gratifying. Oh yes, most exemplary indeed. You have understood the words of the goddess, and I deem you worthy of her true test, of the true trial that shall make you an immaculate.
Okay. What is the true trial that you spoke of?
To become an immaculate, you must experience both the goddess's bane and her boon. Leave Silver Glen and take the western path. Follow it to where the winds howl and a great skull looms within the rocks. There you will find it, the hollow and the true trial within.
Okay.
Immaculate guards bar the way, but tell them you have my blessing and they shall let you pass. But take utmost care. The road is beset with horrors, and your mettle will be truly tested before you've even set foot within the goddess's trial. It would behoove you to train in advance of setting upon that treacherous path.
Let me spill blood.
Okay, so in other words,
Holy
we're gonna have to deal with all kinds of awful, awful shit. Adventurer's Field Guide. I can't even read it without getting in trouble? Come on. Wait, they all left. Once the Immaculate has practiced bringing energy to higher beings through the stones, he or she begins to wonder, can one Immaculate deserve the energy of another? One must tread light as a feather when considering this question. Some aspects of sacrifice are simple. The life of a chicken, a rabbit, a pig is worth less than that of a man. This much we know. A human has every right to the blood of that creature, if that blood may heal or sustain him. Might it not follow then that a man can be chicken-like, rabbit-like, pig-like enough for a higher being deserves his blood? The fourth book of the Immaculate seeks to answer this question. Might as well wait till we go through all of the things that we just learned. All of our new helmets, Jesus Christ. All of our new abilities. So something else, if I come across a anvil or anything like that, I should be able to improve my armor and stuff. Okay. Okay, come on. I really wish, I've said it before, but when we do this, they would just give us a list of the new recipes instead of having to sit there waiting for it to go through one after another. Okay, there's nothing in there. Is there anything else? No. Locked. We don't have any lockpicks, do we? No. Hello?
My, look at you. I bet your blood would fill a bloodstone good and proper.
Okay. And not as good as what I have. Pumpkin. Alright, so he has a better smithing ability. So this is where hold on, what's the log say? Infiltrating the Immaculates. Loic told us we must pass the Immaculate Initiation ritual by following a path to the west of Silverglen. And that basically says the same thing. Okay, so if we put on any kind of equipment that boosts our blacksmithing, that's crafting, that's not the same. Alright. Okay, so do I need... Let me see something. What if I give him... If I give him that... I give him that... Wait, what am I doing? I'll put that on. What was the other thing that I grabbed? So we're just going to see if this works. It should, but let's find out. Nothing. Ooh, improved metal armor. Okay. I don't know what the difference was. I don't know what's different there. I give this back to Bannon. Okay, 29 to 47. Nothing. Nothing. So let's just see what requires an anvil. I can make a polished axe if I have a steel bar. Polished dagger, polished sword. So this is basically making things from scratch right there. Handcrafted plate armor. Metal scraps and a hammer. Improved metal armor. Okay, that we actually did. Any metal shield. Okay, let's test this theory. Let's take that. So 14% blocking chance. Okay. Plus 17% blocking chance. Alright, well that definitely is better than what we had. So maybe Bannon can use that. Bannon might have a better shield, I don't remember off the top of my head. Does he have the metal scraps? Hold on, let's get out of that real quick. That's a repair hammer, not the same kind of hammer. Alright, leather scraps. Iron bar. Really, I don't have any metal scraps. I thought, nah, you know, might have them all. Wolgroff might have all those. It is very possible. Okay. Alright, made ourselves an iron bar. Made ourselves a silver bar. Alright, does Jahan need a hammer? What have we here? Alright. Curved sword. Like a pretty badass sword. Alright, so then can we improve that sword we just picked up? Hold on, you know what? What we can do is we can improve that shield and sell it. Very nice. Alright, so curved sword. 53 to 79 slashing damage. So what happens if we improve it? Can we? Nothing. We don't have the recipe for that yet. Okay, that's fine. However, an iron bar and a hammer. Wait. There were things we needed, were they weapons? Steel bar. Iron bar. Alright, so 2 iron bars we can make a polished sword with an anvil. Any oven and silver ore, yeah, we know that. Steel, any oven and 2 iron bars. Okay, so I can make a polished sword, or I can make a steel bar. I want to see what happens here. Holy shit. 68 to 107 slashing damage. Well then, check that out. That's pretty impressive. So... Alright. We go back to Bannon. And already we're looking at something that is better than what we've been carrying. Damn. The only thing that's a bummer is that this doesn't have the hit point bonus. But still not bad. so we don't get the earth resistance from that, but still. Alright. Very good. Holy crap. Improved shield. Look at the size of that shield. Oh, Nadia. No. We're not sitting.
Farma Malbenita, a source hunter in Silver Glen. I have traveled mile on top of mile to find help, and now help has, how you say, appeared from skinny vapors.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
My story? Well, this is no small tale. I think perhaps you will be more interested in the, how you say, the short end of stick.
Uh-huh.
I believe Lawrence, the leader of mining guild, tell my husband and many of other workers to mine deadly ore called tenebrium. Lawrence knew that this ore caused rot. Charming name, no? Yet ordered miners to continue. Many men, my Ben among them, become the sickness. And now they, how you say, kick down the bucket. But the sickness, it is not normal. It kills swift and terrible, not unlike Source. My son Sebi and I travel from our home to find truth. But this has proven not so easy.
So what can you tell me about your husband, Ben?
My sweet little Pomargo Visago. My darling Ben. We got along like, how you say, peas and ferrets. But here there is work, very well paid, in mines, clearing special rock from silver mine. So he leaves Sebi and I to come to Silver Glen. We wait with hearts like stones for some months. And one day, we see familiar figure moving with strange steps on path toward cottage. We run to meet him and take him into our arms, but he collapses at our touch. We help him inside and set him to rest. But he was in terrible condition. Each hour he grow worse, rot so fast we hardly recognize him after 2 short days. He slip away from us, and we bury him with much grief.
Alright, tell me about your son, Sebi.
When his father died, Sebi become restless. Being of the age, he joined army and go straight to front line. Though I was nearly old woman, I joined army as healer to be near and look after my boy. There we saw special legionnaire using strange weapon. And this legionnaire soon come to my tent with the same disease that killed Ben. I discovered the tenebrium ore in this weapon. It was the ore that killed them both.
And we did read in that other book how this tenebrium is nasty.
I come to Silver Glen to discover truth. And here I find Lawrence, that arrogant man, conducts his business without apologize to any.
So, you need help proving Lawrence knowingly encouraged the miners to handle tenebrium.
Exactly this. Please, Source Hunter, you must help me prove that Lawrence made his workers to mine deadly tenebrium. For your help, I offer blessing from my homeland. Se vi mal successos, mi planto serit sarbo kai tormenti via nepo soggiai branco.
Okay.
Translation is difficult, but it means something like, if you fail, I will plant cherry tree and haunt your grandbaby beneath branches. Good luck.
Okay, well.
I will do my best to give answers, Source Hunter.
How are you getting along in Silver Glen?
I have not found scrap of civilization among these apes. Sebi longs for heaping plate of my famous sire mule, but the local fairs support no fine food, unless squirrel meat inspire you. As for neighbors, well, those cultists would rather sacrifice supper to goddess than eat it.
Okay. So tell me about Lawrence.
May Zalmoxis strike him down, the murderer! have one goal in Silver Glen. To make him share in the suffering he caused. I am certain he has gained from making those miners take the tenebrium. Now I have only to prove it.
So what do you know about the tenebrium?
Nothing natural could cause such terrible disease at mere touch. If you ask me, I say dark magic. Maybe even source at its root. Fuck that foul thing!
So you've seen the rot in action then?
A terrible disease. It transforms flesh of living into flesh of corpse, while infected person still lives. Arms grow black and heavy, legs grow black and heavy, hair rots from scalp. Cielo help min. Oh, what memories I have.
Okay, bye. The naked truth. We met Nadia, the widow of a miner who died from the tenebrium disease rot. She suspects that Lawrence, the mining guild representative, knew of the risks but still encouraged miners to extract the ore. She also suggested that rot is related to sorcery. It's possible. That's another person? Who are you? Okay.
Hello and welcome to our shop. I am the son of the proprietor, Nadia. Please let us know how we can help you.
Tell me about yourself.
You've probably noticed that my mother Nadia and I aren't from around here. No. We traveled rather far from our hometown to plant new roots here in Silver Glen. My father, Ben, his death was somewhat mysterious. And we've traced the puzzle back to this little settlement. My mother will have plenty to say on that subject, if you're interested.
Well, why don't you tell me about your mother?
Ma's a bit intense, to be sure. Set in her ways, but fiercely loyal to the family. Help her out and you've got a friend for life. Cross her, and you'll be better off skipping town. Not that that'll stop her from cursing your line for the next 1,000 cycles of Bendis.
Tell me about your father.
My father was a good man. Equal in character to his wife. His death nearly destroyed us, Ma and me. But now we're here, and we won't leave until we've held the proper parties accountable for their role in his death.
Okay, bye. Alright, so... we don't need to steal from these people. Alright, hold on. Just want to make sure that we're wearing the right gear.
Say a witch lives in the woods east of here, but I've never seen her myself. One day the conduit will smite her.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay, hold on. What am I? Smithy, Nadia's shop, chapel, discover. Lawrence's office.
Over here, sweeties. I'm aching to show.
Those damn trolls are such a nuisance. I lose a fortune each time I travel to Hunter's Edge.
Those damn tall trolls are...
Alright.
Because you're the answer to all my... Do you believe in the gods, baby? Because you're the
Blessed be. Welcome to Silver Glen. Once a place of sin, now a place of salvation.
Okay, bye. Hello, Ruby.
Hi there, honey. You look like you're in dire need of some fun. And I'm just the girl to fun you.
Oh. But tell me about yourself.
Oh, sugar, that's a story for another day, ain't it? Speaking of, yours and mine has hardly begun. What say we get better acquainted upstairs? I've got all kinds of, details to share with you.
So you have a bedroom at the ready?
Indeed I do. And I'm just itching to take you places you've only ever dreamed of, darling. What's a lousy 250 gold between an adventurer like you and a fine piece of tale like the one I've got in store for you?
The rot? Not right now.
Come now, honey. I promise to take you for a spin so wild you'll be begging for more. And more's my guarantee.
No. Can I ask you something?
Oh, go right ahead, sweetheart.
What's your take on Silver Glen?
Darling, I don't hardly recognise this place no more. Everything's changed since those silly Immaculates came into vogue. The miners, they used to spend their last penny on a backwards glance from yours truly. But now, they'd rather pray than play. I just don't understand it.
So what do you think of the Immaculates?
They just stand around and praise the so-called goddess all day long. I've no idea who she is, but apparently she gets her kicks from having blood sprayed all over her. Now, I knew a girl once who was into that kind of stuff. Her clients used to call her goddess and mistress too, but there was precious little divine about her.
Get bored. At least she has soap.
Friend, this is most excellent news.
Okay, bye.
Welcome to the Immaculate Fold.
Yes,
Okay.
you believe in the gods, baby.
Scarlet, would you like to talk to the local rat? Where'd that one go? There was one bouncing around here a second ago.
Come hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my face, I'd have a gallon.
Thick Axe Tavern. Come here, rat.
Brandon's the best overseer there ever was. No one's a more eager miner than he is. Wonder how he avoided catching rot, though.
We're a mile away from the goblin camp beyond the canyon, but you can still smell them if the wind blows southward. Such vile things, those goblins.
Uh-huh.
Those damn toll trolls are such a nuisance.
Uh-huh.
Well, they say a witch lives in the woods east of it.
Uh-huh.
Give one of the comfort folk a visit, if you're in the mood. I recommend Ruby for her imagination. But Ramon's fierce as a wildcat, if that interests you.
No. Bye. Who are you?
Oh, those damn...
Alright, I get it. Hello, Vamitia.
Quite a fine skeleton beneath that hide of yours, isn't there? Yes, a lovely, sturdy thing. I bet it'll last 100 generations, if treated properly.
What does that mean? You're weird, lady. Very weird.
Watch where you're going. These beauties will pierce you to the bone. So, do you fancy a trade, then? Come now, before my ale arrives.
Okay, what you got? Ooh. he's got all kinds of good stuff.
These goblins are worse than the trolls. Half as dumb and twice as mean.
At least they don't have that distinct underside of a bridge aroma.
Better that than reeking of fresh blood.
Ah. I think there's anything else I can sell. Okay, I think we're good.
Ever shot a bullseye in your sleep? Well, no wonder with your skill book as empty as all that.
Ooh. Damn. So if we build up our archery skills even more, very nice. So we'll we got some people that we can talk to here.
Those damn toll trolls.
You dare disturb my rumination? It must be that you can hardly wait to purchase an ingredient or two for a very urgent recipe. I'll forgive this imposition if you'll make me a generous offer.
What's this? Ring kit? Okay, I don't know about doing those yet, so I can't jump into... Ooh, but metal scraps. We can use those.
These goblins are worse than the trolls.
As long as we got people who are in here with an actual name.
Oh, dear. You'll hardly impress the conduit with such a clouded look about your eyes. But not to fear. I've just the potion for that.
So we already have discovered Silver Glen is definitely the place that we want to go to, and you know, when it comes to buying stuff, because they got all kinds of crap here. Unfortunately, I don't make use of potions enough.
You haven't any ale, have ya? Well, never mind for now. What sort of magical relics can I offer ya? Blessed by the goddess they are, each and all.
Well, resurrect scroll. I guess it's gonna be better than the one we got. Nope. Okay. Level 10 bomb. Shoot a stunning bolt of lightning that forks up to 5 times and deals tons of damage to all your partners. That's pretty good. But we're not master levels yet. What's that? Ooh, metal scraps, we'll take those. Alright, that definitely turned out to be the right place to go. Well, what's up here? Hello? Anyone up here?
You there! Back off! Bicky Boom! One more step and Bicky Boom!
No, don't go! Please help me! That thing is keeping me trapped here! It's crazy! It'll kill me!
And he'll never dare blow himself up? Yes, he will. Calm down. We're not coming any closer. Let's just talk about this.
Don't worry, miss. We'll get you out of this fix somehow.
Princess keep her trap shut or Bicky Boom! No folks, shoot or Bicky Boom! Last warning or Bicky Boom!
Bicky the Bomber. We met Bonnie, a prostitute, being held hostage by a strange skeleton creature named Bicky. We managed to calm it down for now, but it claims it will explode if we get too close. Okay. So what the hell am I supposed to do about that?
God, the fuse is getting shorter! Stop it! Freeze it!
Stop talking, naughty princess! Leave fuse alone or boom!
Alright, hold on.
Let me go, you little monster! Away with you!
Do I have... Fuck! Well... I'm glad I saved that. Let's try that again. Okay, what I was trying to do... I'm going to try to put the fuse out.
Let me go, you little monster! Away with you! Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! You saved my life! It was that cur of a Frederick that did this to me. He locked me in here with that ridiculous creature.
Frederick.
Dear me, I need to get out of this room. Yes, I'll go downstairs to catch a breath of fresh air, but do come and talk to me again if you want to hear more about what transpired here. My thanks once more, sweet hero.
Okay. Managed to kill Bicky and rescue Bonnie. Alright, what do we have? Ooh. That's even better than what we got. Bang. Yeah, that sword we got is way better. We'll take that, thank you very much. Deck of cards, huh? Alright, lockpicks. I mean, we can always sell it. Since I never use these wands. Okay, so I stole that from Paul. So we'll have to keep our eye out for Paul.
Oh, you startled me. Let me compose myself.
Okay.
Hello, stranger. How can I help you?
Oh, damn. This is the person we have to deliver the will to, or the, oh, apparently it's his will. What can you tell me about yourself?
Me? Oh, I'm just the waitress around here, as you can see. My husband, Blosius, is a legionnaire, currently stationed in Sicil, but I haven't heard from him in far too long.
Yeah, about him. He's dead, so here's his will.
Will? But that means he's... Oh, no. Oh, not my cutie, broody buttercup.
Wow, she just freaked out. Legionnaire's will. We delivered Blosia's will, unchanged, to Marissa, and she thanked us warmly for doing so. So we could have opened it and changed it if we really wanted to. Which would have been really messed up. Okay, Bonnie. Let's talk to Bonnie.
Oh, my hero! My heart is still racing. That little monster's face haunts me every time I so much as blink.
Tell me about yourself.
Bonnie's my name, and I am, or rather I was, a lover for hire. Folks would come to me when they were in need of some company, conversation, and more intimate desires. But this fiasco has put an end to it. I'll never set another foot into a client's room, not on my life.
So let's discuss Frederick.
Yes?
Why would he lock you in a room with a bomb?
Search me. He's a regular of mine. With rather eccentric tastes, I might add. He always wants me to wear a grey wig, for example, and walk with a cane. But I digress.
That's a little weird.
Anyway, he recently spent the night again, and I couldn't sleep because of his muttering. He talked something awful all through the night. In the morning, I told him he had gone on and on about some Maradino character and a supposedly secret treasure lair somewhere in the woods. Next thing I knew, he flew into a rage, said the treasure was his and his alone, and that I was nothing but a meddling care. I was just about to let him know I won't stand for such language when he pulled that monster of a bicky out of his satchel and told the little gnome to guard the princess and to go boom if I tried to escape. I spent hours of horrid fear up in that room until you saved me.
Okay, so what can you tell me about the town?
Nothing much, I'm afraid, but go ahead. I'll answer what I can.
Do you like it here?
I used to, you know. Merchants came and went. They paid well and gave me gifts. Fewer and fewer of them travel here now because of the undead around Seal and the goblins holed up in the mines. Times are hard for a working girl, to tell you the truth. But where would I go? There's danger to be found everywhere these days. These bedeviled days.
So I suppose you're not an immaculate.
I haven't been immaculate for a long time now, darling. And if I see what passes for immaculate here in town, I don't want to join the club anew either. Give me fun, not fanaticism. Give me zeal, not zealotry. These people, I honestly don't know what has gotten into them.
Okay, bye. Alright, so we got to keep an eye out now for Paul and Lawrence. Is Paul the one who's working back here? Yep.
Enjoying your stay in Silver Glen, I trust?
Yeah, sure, bye. Alright, so Frederick... That's just a minor. Frederick, we don't know where Frederick is.
Come hither,
Why
sweetheart.
don't you stay
Oh,
a
if I had
while,
a star for
darling?
every
I
time you
just
brighten
know I
my
could
day.
take
Oh,
you
hello,
on a
Ramon.
wild ride if you let me.
You must be a prize fighter. One look at you, and I'm knocked out.
Who might you be?
Me? I'm Ramon. I may not be a genie, but rub me right and I'll make your dreams come true.
Oh, you mind if I ask you some questions?
No questions, please. Ramon does not ponder. He does not wonder. He only loves.
Okay, bye. Alright.
What news from the mines?
No news, sir. Goblins will slice us to ribbons if we approach the bridge.
Unacceptable. I want those goblins out of my mind by yesterday. Send another man. As many as it takes.
We haven't enough men among us to take on even a few of them, sir.
Are you deaf? I said I want those goblins out! Make it happen, even if you have to spear Drexus yourself.
Source hunter, are you? What brings you to this neck of the woods? The goblins? The orcs? The cult? Or the whole pretty bouquet?
Who are you?
Don't be surprised if you hear more than a few unkind words about yours truly around town. An overseer's got to enforce his share of unpopular guild decisions, you know. I'm finished with this one-pony rodeo, though. I did my best by these roughnecks, and now it's time for old Brandon to take a load off. In fact, you may be able to help speed my retirement plan along.
Oh yeah? How do you figure? Yeah, let's hear the details.
No crooked plans shall cross these ears.
Surely this little intrigue is just what we need to spice up this adventure. Now, we came here to find out all we can about this place and would be remiss to leave this stone unturned.
I'm sure we can think of more interesting ways to entertain ourselves than by doing Brandon's dirty work.
No, we'll do as I say.
I knew a source hunter'd perk up at the sound of a challenge.
Yeah, well, let's discuss your plan.
Between you and me, the Troll King's sitting on a piece of treasure of more value than even he knows. A metal called tenebrium that can fetch a prettier sum than its weight in gold. I intend to lift it, sell it, and live out the rest of me days in comfort.
Uh-huh.
The devil's in the details, though, and I haven't managed to find a way to access the King's Cave, much less make off with the stuff without being noticed. But you're a source hunter. You can sniff out any point of mystery. So let's make a deal, You find the tenebrium and bring it to me, and I'll deliver you a few pieces of information about Silverglen, and Lawrence in particular, that are sure to make your mouth water. I wouldn't wish the wrath on me worst enemy, though. So let me give you a little something to contain the tenebrium bars. It's lined with the fragments of a special stone that keeps rats' ill effects at bay.
Okay, tell me about the Troll King.
Apart from Gungir's stature and incurable case of the uglies, he's not so different from a parakeet. Got a brain the size of a pea, and a fervent passion for all things bright and shiny. The nutty oaf sits on a river of silver beneath these mines, but leases it to the mining company for a fraction of its worth in gold. He'd rather put those hefty minions of his on toll duty than mine these hills himself for 5 times the reward. I can't be certain myself where his cave is located, but at least one of those oaf lackeys of his must know where to look. They've got to do something with all the gold they've gathered in the course of guarding those damned bridges, haven't they?
Alright, so... what
I'm
else
no
can we
man
ask
to
about?
refuse a source hunter. Ask away, friend.
Alright, what do you know about the Immaculate?
That circus rolled into town shortly after the tenebrium was discovered. Some freak woman with a freak gemstone managed to cure rot by some strange magic and convinced most of the locals that she were the conduit of the goddess, or some such tripe.
So what can you tell me about this Tenebrium?
A strange sort of substance, discovered here around 2 years ago, and folks have been clamouring to get their paws on the rancid stuff ever since. To the right buyer, it's worth more than diamonds.
Alright, well what do you know about rot?
Rot? Oh, you're a curious sort of fella, aren't you? Ask around. Half the men here have a brother who died from it. The other half are cured by that cult.
Do you know anything about a miner named Ben?
I remember him well. Decent man, strong-backed, but something of a funny accent, no? He managed to leave Silverglen alive, but as I recall, the symptoms of wrath were already upon him.
Well, bye. Okay.
Well, kick my cap and call me soon. Taking tasks from back dealers, are we? Gods almighty.
Must you look every gift horse in the mouth? Tenebrium may well prove to be of incalculable value to us. And us, unfortunately, still includes you.
He gets along with no one. Troll's bounty. Brandon asks us to steal some Tenebrium from the Troll King. Alright. Now let's go talk to King Jerkoff over here. Lawrence.
A source hunter! My liege, I am at your disposal. I am Lawrence, the representative of the mining guilds responsible for operations in Silver Glen. Please, valiant hunter, let us know how we can assist you.
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, I am no one special. Merely a humble servant of the guild and shepherd to the happy flock of miners within this settlement. My only cause for complaint, Your Grace, are these awful goblins. They're starving us out, refusing even a single honest miner his right to work. Perhaps my most upright highness, you might be able to help us with this little problem.
Yeah, funny how quickly you are to ask for help. So let's discuss your problems in the mines.
You must forgive me if I become somewhat overcome when discussing it, my liege. To think how I've been betrayed. To think how the humble miners of Silver Glen suffer. I invited a tribe of goblins to assist us in clearing the tenebrium from our mine, you see. The leader of the troop, a satin-spitting Satan named Drexis, promised to clear the tenebrium and be gone. When the job was done, though, he and his band of totem-brained fiends refused to vacate. They've kept close guard of the bridges to the mine since, and they'll slice whoever dares approach them into ribbons.
Okay, well, we definitely saw them wandering around because they were up by where that troll was.
These goblins follow Drexis like lemmings, Your Grace, and if only I could undo the traitor, they'd slither back to the swamp they crawled from. Drexis's head on my mantle would save countless miners from a slow starvation, my liege. What's one goblin over countless disenfranchised workers?
Nadi has accused you of willfully endangering miners for profit.
Preposterous! What does that foreigner know about the affairs of Silver Glen? You do best to do as I do, my liege, and turn a deaf ear to her insane accusations.
Alright, I'll ask you something else.
Please, Your Grace, I am completely at your disposal.
Tell me about the goblins.
Those brutes! I invited them here to save our valued miners from the ill effects of clearing tenebrium, and those interlopers met my invitation with a hostile takeover.
Well, they're goblins. What did you expect?
They haven't allowed a single human miner past them in months. And meanwhile, my men have all but forgotten their vocation and turned instead to their damned religion.
So what can you tell me about the tenebrium?
Useless stuff, my liege. Worse than common dirt. But 10 times as difficult to extract and infinitely more dangerous. If only we'd known in advance the terrible effect rot would have, we would have stopped trying to clear it immediately.
So what is rot exactly?
Yes, a dreadful business that. I've been fortunate enough to avoid the sickness so far, my liege, but my heart truly breaks for the families of those who've been afflicted. You see, my liege, when a
Sorry, I was
miner
reading
has
a
been
message, guys.
overlong exposed to tenebrium, he begins showing certain symptoms. Gangrene about the extremities, fatigue, malaise. At first, we attributed these symptoms to, well, to poor diet, laziness, and general malingering. Had we known then what we've since discovered, we never would have continued operations. But alas, mistakes were made, and those we lost can never be brought back, no matter what that crackpot conduit would have one believe.
So, the conduit, care to tell me more?
My liege, You ought not to concern yourself with the fraudulent leader of a crackpot cult. Really, the whole affair is an utter embarrassment to Silver Glen. Some insane huckster calling herself the conduit of the goddess made her way to Silver Glen at the height of the rot's hold on our miners. The people were desperate, you see. When by magic or illusion she managed to cure a handful of them of the affliction, every last one of the bunch began speaking of her as though she were some messiah. Now most of the town is taken with her little cult of immaculates, as she calls them. Fortunately for her, she disappeared shortly after her little trick, or I would have thrown her into prison and swallowed the key myself. Imagine hypnotizing an entire town with nothing more than snake oil.
Okay, so you would have thrown him in jail? Does that mean that Lawrence also acts as like the local police? Alright, so do you remember a miner named Ben?
Ah, yes. Ben. Of course, one of our many noble miners, Your Grace. A smallish man. I believe he's around here somewhere, isn't he?
So what do you know about the Immaculates?
Enough to know the whole institution has been a blight on productivity. With the blessings of the conduit to replace a sense of a job well done, the miners care hardly at all for getting the mines back in good working order.
Okay, bye. Goblin trouble. Lawrence, representative of the mining guild, told us the goblins have overtaken the Lucula mines. He wants the head of Drexus, the goblin leader, for his mantle.
Remember when that redhead used to come by and cheer him up?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yes, Medora?
I don't mean to make trouble where there ain't any, comrade, but in my years of hunting source, I learned that anyone so eager to climb into your lap after a moment's meeting is hiding something they hope you won't discover. I'm not saying this Lawrence character is involved in sorcery, but it wouldn't exactly surprise me a lick to find out he knows more than he's letting on.
Pretty much how I feel. I thought the same. His fawning is more likely a symptom of fear than of respect.
Warms my heart to picture him squirming about plain as day with 3 seasoned source hunters on his tail. Nowhere to hide his sniveling mug than at the bottom of a burlap sack.
Okay, now speaking of Medora.
Just look at him, asking toll to cross a broken bridge. Ridiculous.
28, 30.
Might as well jump off the cliff for all the good he's doing.
Okay, so we can use that.
They could eat off him for weeks.
They make a feast out of old fuckwood, all right. A veritable banquet of lard. Oh, yuck.
Wait a minute. Okay. So then she can put this on. She doesn't use a crossbow, but the weight. Next level we'll be able to put the other thing on. So perception, I'm gonna have to get perception up.
Have you ever seen a creature more pathetic than Fumble?
Indeed I haven't.
Or lore master, that's what I need to get up. Okay, do we have other buildings in this town? Or is this all that Silver Glen is? Guess that's it. All right. Okay, guys. I'm gonna end the stream here. I got to get ready for work and head out. I'll probably be on again tomorrow at some point, and we'll do a little bit more. And we'll probably skip over to the like over by where that troll was, a little bit closer. That way we can head right over to that bridge.
Over here, sweetie.
Hold on, let's talk to these people real quick. Oh. Whoops.
Goddess greetings, friend. Her greatness gave us fire, her greatness gave us earth, and my savvy brings you spells at the best rate in town. Come, give me your best offer.
What you got? Well, you got those. I like those. The hell's a razzle dazzle grenade do? Alright, some cool stuff. What do you sell?
Where the wind blows, the goddess breathes. Where the rivers run, the goddess weeps. How can I connect you to our eternal goddess, my friend?
Okay, so these are all air-based. Okay, well, the main thing that this town is good for is this is the place to go to for trade. So we have all kinds of goodies that we can get out of here.
Beware of the lost ones out there, Wanderer. Their blood is impure.
Okay. All right, but for real this time, guys, that's gonna be where we're gonna end this. Like I said, I'll be back on again tomorrow, and we'll continue, and hopefully we'll get a little closer to finding the White Witch or solving some of these mysteries, because every time we turn around, there's a new quest added to our list of things to do. So yeah, at this point, we got a ton to worry about. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the game and enjoying the streams and my content. And if you haven't yet, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification button. That way you guys will know when I'm online, and you'll be able to stop in and watch me do my live stream. Because right now, all my games, at least for the time being, are live streamed. And you can join and sit back and watch, or you can hop on the chat and say hello, interact with me or other people that are watching. Whatever is in your particular set of interests. And yeah, like I said, I'll be back on again sometime tomorrow. So until then, peace.